All right, y'all. 1 minute of full body strength training. So let's go ahead and get warm. So if you want to stage lowering, start with a march or a jog. Slowly get those muscles warmed up. March or jog for me. I still got my sprained ankle here, so I'm just, we're lucky I'm standing today. So just slowly get those muscles working, just kind of lift at the hip with a march or a jog, slowly building that intensity up. It is really hard to not dance, though. We're going to get that heart rate a little bit more elevated, and then we're going to stretch all those muscles out. When we pull up to the scene, they be filled with jealousy. If a bitch get finicky, she gon' bring the energy. I hit a phone with a about 15 more seconds here. Rich ass boys when I fuck on us. I just ass sitting up, we could look, don't touch. And I'm bad, bustin' bands every time we link up. All right, stand up nice and tall. Take those hands out in front of you, open and close. Really stretch out that chest. Pull those shoulder blades together. So we are going through 7 rounds of work today. 1 round of legs, 1 round of abs, 1 round of chest, 1 round of back, 1 round of buys, 1 round of quads, 1 round of shoulders. Woo. And now turn those palms down, big shoulder circles forward. Each round only has 4 moves, and we'll be going through those moves 1, 2, 3, 4 for 40 seconds, and then go back to the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. And take those shoulders back. And turn those palms up, rotate up and down. Hold them up, overhead press, and then squeeze down. Pull those shoulder blades together. Get that back nice and ready. Best friend, you the baddest and you know it. Girl, I think our booty growing. Look it up in the mirror. Really squeeze those lats in. All right, guys, I want you to go back to your march or jog, building your intensity up a little bit from where we started, and I'm going to show you our first round. So we are starting on the floor. With this move, your weights are optional. We're going to lay back, hip, knee width apart, weight on your hips if you want it. We're going to bridge up. We're going to hold right here, and then we're going to pulse up, okay, for 40 seconds. Then we're going to flip it over onto our side. Put a weight right underneath your hip and squeeze up. Third move, you're going to take that bottom leg and lift it straight up. Then we're finishing off our lower body round with our knees wide, weights on your hips, sit back, squeeze up. That's the move I will not be doing because that hurts. So come on down. Starting with our bridge, so lay on back, get your weight down into your heels, weight on your hips if you want it. In 3, 2, let's go. Squeeze that butt up. And now keep it up off the floor. Your goal here is to keep your butt from touching the ground by taking little pulses up. Breathing each time. And now as you're lifting, I also want you to focus on your knees, making sure that your knees stay exactly where they are, about 6 to 8 inches apart. 10 seconds here. 5, 4, come on, keep squeezing. And rest. Now roll it onto your side. Take one weight, stack it right underneath your hip. And now lift that leg up as high as you can, lift. Making sure to keep that upper body stable. You can be up on your elbow, or you can be all the way down, personal preference. Squeeze that butt. Exhaling each time. Woo. Squeeze. Woo. Modify with your weights if you need to. by changing the weight you have. 8 seconds. Big squeeze. Woo! And rest. Now take that top leg back so it's out of the way. Flex that front heel. And then we're going to lift up. In 3, 2, lift it up. Now with no weight on this bottom leg, we have to pull. So we are not setting that heel down. Just imagine there's a string on your ankle, and we are taking it straight up to the ceiling. Still breathing. Just a slight bend in that knee to prevent lockout. Keeping that upper body nice and still. Squeeze up. Woo! There's that burn. Woo! 10 seconds.
Real hot girl shit.
5.
And if the beat live, you know Lil Juke made it.
And rest. Woo. All right, come up onto your knees. You want your knees slightly wider than your hips with a weight right here. Then you're going to sit back on your heels and then squeeze up, squeezing with that butt, sitting back as far as you can, and then popping forward. So you're sitting back, popping forward, almost like a thrust forward, really squeezing those cheeks together. 15 seconds here. Big squeeze. Modify with your weight if you need to by adding or lowering that weight. We've got 8 seconds left. 3, 2, rest. Now we're going back to the top of that round. So back to the bridge. So lie on back. Weight on your hips if you want it. And pulse up. Squeeze. Come on, squeeze those hips up. Squeeze those cheeks together. Squeeze them in. Paying attention to those knees, keeping them on railroad tracks the entire time. We got 15 seconds. Come on, that butt wants this work. Come on, squeeze. Almost there. And rest. Flip it over onto your side. Make sure that you're on the opposite side from what you were the first time. Get that weight right underneath your hip and lift it up. So when we lift, our upper body kind of wants to rock back and forth. Really tighten your core to prevent that rock. And exhale as you lift. We're halfway there. Oh my goodness, how's your butt? Mine's burning. 5 seconds, come on. Squeeze that heel up. And rest. Now move that top leg out of the way. Flex that bottom heel. And we're gonna pulse up. In 3, 2, let's go. So you have to keep that toe flexed forward. You can start to feel that burn in that inner thigh. Again, making sure that that upper body is nice and stable. 20 seconds. Woo. Oh my goodness. This is one of those moves where I don't feel it and then it catches on fire all of a sudden. 8 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Whew. Come up onto your knees. Back to that kneeling squat. So take those knees slightly outside of your hips. Load up that weight if you want it. And let's go lean back as far as you can and then pop those hips forward. Still keeping that chest up, facing your video, like you have a spotlight on. I can do half range of motion before it hurts. Halfway.
Twerk skills up on legendary slow songs. They for skinny hoes. Can't move all of this.
15 seconds. Really, pop those hips forward. Pop them. Still keeping that belly button in tight. Protect that low spine. 3, 2, rest. Round 1 is done. Our next round, we are moving on to core work. So I'm going to show you those 4 moves. While I'm demonstrating, feel free to get up and go into a step touch or a march to keep that heart rate elevated. So we are starting with a plank, hip drop. So you can be on your wrists, on your elbows, on your knees, or on your toes. From here, drop a hip down, squeeze it back to center, and then drop to the other side. Then we're going to lift our heels up, and we're going to hold. Our third move, we're going to lay back, take our hands, lift up, reach towards our ankles. And then finishing off, feet together in the front. I call these my mermaid crunches. Lifting that mermaid tail up to the side. Come on down. Choose your plank. Get your position ready. 3, 2, let's go. From whichever position you're in, drop your hip, squeeze up, stabilize in the middle, and then drop the other side. So with this move, really make sure that you are stopping in the middle and stabilizing your core. That's going to prevent you from doing this like swinging side to side thing. Well, that is fun. It's not really working that core the way we want it. 10 seconds. Breathing on the way up. 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Now have a seat on your butt. We're going to lean back and then lift our feet. Deep breath. Let's go. So here you have some options. You can have straight legs. You can have bent legs. You can hold on behind your knees as an option. You can take your hands behind your butt as an option. Experiment with those. See which one feels sustainable but challenging. We're halfway. Hi, puppies. Last 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest. Lie on your back. We're going to side reaches.
Rule number 1, never be number 2. Got the candy apple loops with the gas and I'm home. Man, cause I'm rich and I'm young.
And let's go. Lift up slightly so those shoulder blades are off the floor. And then reach towards your heels. Making sure to keep about a grapefruit, a softball, distance between chin and chest. Lifting with your chest first. 15 to go. Squeeze. Almost there. Last 3, 2, and rest. Roll to your side. Heels stay together. Bring those feet slightly in front of your body. Stand up, and let's go crunch up. Elbow to knee, bringing that crunch right to your oblique. Another option here is to just lift that top leg. Be really mindful of that bottom arm. We want to make sure that it's not assisting, because it could be doing all the work and pushing us up, but we want all of that work to be in that oblique. Last 10. Whew. Exhale on the way up. I'm pretty sure with me using this AirPod, you can hear every single breath I take. And breath. Now we go back to the top. So we're going back to our plank with our hip drop. 3, 2, let's go. Hands or elbows directly underneath those shoulders. Hips are below your shoulders, so you're keeping that straight line. Drop, center. Drop, center. We're halfway there. I can only see one of you. The rest I've just seen occasional hip. Last 10. Come on. 5 seconds. Finish it up. One more drop. And rest. Flip it over. We're going to our V hold. Big deep breath. And lean back, legs up. Remember all your options. You can have straight legs, bent legs. You can hold underneath your knees. You can take your hands behind your butt, making sure that you're pulling that belly button in, keeping those shoulders down. When things get hard, we tend to do this, and then your neck hurts. Your neck is pretty much the only thing I don't want to hurt tomorrow. We got 12 seconds. Deep breath. 5. And rest. Lie on back. We're going into side reaches. Don't forget to breathe. Lift up and reach. Woo. Making sure that you're getting those shoulder blades up off the floor. You're pulling that belly button down towards your spine. Reach, reach, reach. 15 seconds here. We're almost done with this one. Woo. 5. And sit on up, rolling to your side. Make sure you switch sides from the first time. Bringing those feet together in the front. Relaxing that upper body. And crunch up. Remember, you can switch to just one side or just one leg. We just want to make sure that that lower arm that's touching the floor is inactive. It's not helping you at all. A further modification is just with range of motion. So if you can't get that elbow all the way up, just do some. 10 seconds. This is it for our core round. 3, 2, and rest. Stand on up. All right. Now comes our long upper body sequence. So go ahead and go into a step, touch, or a march. Keep that heart rate up. Grab some water. I'm going to show you the 4 moves of our bicep round. We are starting with a hammer curl. So heads of the weight towards your shoulders. Then we're going to a serving curl. So your palms are up, arms are at a 90-degree angle. Push, pull. Then, starting at the 90-degree angle, top half curls. So we're stopping halfway, and then turning our palms out for a W wide curl. Are you ready? 3, 2, hammer curls. Let's go. Y'all, I demonstrated that with my 15s and was like, no, that's not going to happen today. Any one of those moves, you can find an to alternate. Instead of doing both, you can do one side at a time. Whatever works for you. Last 10 here. Keep those hips nice and still. Elbows locked into your sides. And rest. Now we go to our serving curl. So palms are up. Imagine that you're holding a big turkey platter. Now we push it and pull it. Push, pull, push, pull. Staying right at that 90 degrees. You can alternate arms here. And depending on what weight you have, you can also go to one weight with both arms. This also works a whole lot of forearms, so it should be harder than your typical curl. Woo. 10 seconds. Exhale as you push it. Woo. Rest. Woo. Those biceps are burning, y'all. All right, now top half. So we're starting in that same 90-degree position. And let's go. Curl up. Stop halfway down. So this one, you are fighting against gravity. Gravity wants you to drop those weights. You're saying, I'm the boss of those weights. Exhaling on the way up still. Halfway.
You can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes.
Keep breathing, y'all. You are stronger than those weights. 3, 2, and rest. Now we turn those palms outward, hitting that second angle of those biceps. 3, 2, let's curl it up. Squeeze, control down, keeping those palms rotated outwards. Again, making sure that those shoulders aren't creeping up. Woo. Halfway. Don't give a fuck about who in front of me. Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months. What bitch working this? Keep breathing. I don't bother with belly buttons in tight. You can always take a toe back if you feel like you need some support in that lower back. Woo, 5 more seconds here. And rest. Guess what? We get to do all that again. Hammer curls. In 3, 2, curl it up. Head of the weight to the shoulder. Woo. Remember, you can alternate arms, doing whatever you need to for this move to be sustainable for you. Halfway. I don't want to choose, and I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance. Last 8 seconds, come on. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. Those arms are strong. That burn is your muscles getting stronger right here. Rest. Woo. Time for the serving curl. Everyone's favorite. Palms up. Push and pull. Let's go. So this one, it's really important to keep those shoulders down. This is an easy one for those shoulders to creep up. Remember, you can alternate or go to that one weight. We're halfway there. Who's glad they came right about now? 8 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Whew. Now we go to that top half curl. Palms up. Let's go. Top, halfway down. You can go to one weight here as well. If you only have a heavier weight, just stop yourself halfway. Whew. Still breathing on the way up. Breathe with the work. Those muscles that are burning need that oxygen. We have 15 seconds left here. Come on.
Life sucks and I never try suicide. Mine's fucked even more than I realize. Time's up, keep it moving, we'll see your
You
rise.
got this.
If
Come
ever
on.
heard what I heard in my mind, never
Last
try, you would
3,
cry, it's a lie, you would die. I don't
2,
wanna ever come down from a high, I am in the
rest.
best seat. From time and the next breed, if it come and
One
come,
more
you
move for
directly, don't need
biceps.
no one
Let's
to
finish
defend
these
me.
muscles
Souls
off.
in a
Turn
place of
those
night,
palms
can't get
out.
to, don't fuck with the deadly. Moon waves and overseas, quick
3,
cuts and overseas. Fuck
2,
you don't believe.
curl it up.
Never
Let's
wanna
go.
admit I'm the best here
This
for
is
the
our
mere
last
fact that
40
I've got
seconds of
overweight.
biceps,
It's a
y'all.
woman's world, so to speak. Pussy, you sour. Never giving credit where it's due, cause you don't like pussy in power.
Venom. Squeeze it up. Now, if you're like me, you might tend to really have a death grip on those weights. Loosen it just a little bit. 15 seconds here. Whew. How are those muscles feeling? Last 5. 3, 2, rest. Whew. What a round, y'all. I wish I could say that the tricep round isn't going to burn as bad, but that would be a lie. Sorry, just being honest. So you can stay in your step touch. Grab some water, and I'm going to show you those first 4 moves of the tricep round. So, we're starting with one weight. On our backs, we're going into a skull crusher. So holding the heads of that weight, squeeze those elbows in, and then drop that weight back on your forehead and extend it away. Then you're going to grab 2 weights, holding them together, and then take them down to rest right on your rib cage for a tricep press. Then we are flipping over for a tricep push-up, so hands are narrow, elbows come right back, right next to your ribs, and then finishing off with elbows up, 1 weight, tricep extension overhead. Are you ready? So you got this, triceps. Come on down. Starting with our skull crusher. So grab that 1 weight, lying on your back. 3, 2, let's go. Elbows stay in. Touch that weight right to your forehead, and then extend that weight away. So as we move here, your elbows are going to want to try and open up. I want you to imagine that you have a beach ball right in between your elbows that you're always squeezing in. 15 seconds left here. Woo. Exhaling up. Last few here. And rest. Grab both weights. Bring those weights together so they're touching. And then we go down, resting right on your ribs and pressing up. Let's go. So your elbows are staying narrow here. So right at the bottom of that press, your elbows graze your sides. Woo. Depending on what weight you have, you can also do this with 1 weight. You want to find something that challenges you, but that you can do safely. 10 seconds left here. Woo. Come on, press it up. Squeeze those weights to the top. Rest. Woo. Flip it over. We're going to that tricep push-up now. So in our plank position, hands are narrow. And let's go. Take those elbows back. Press it up. Back and press. So your elbows are going straight back. So at the bottom of that push-up, your elbows are touching your ribs, just like they did in the tricep press. If it is too difficult for you to get to that full bend, modify by taking out range of motion. So instead of bending your elbow back a foot, bend it back 4 inches. We're all building towards that full range. 8 seconds. Come on. Exhaling up. And rest. Woo. One more move. Grab one weight. You can stay kneeling or standing for this one. Weight is up. Elbows are in. Tap that weight on your upper back and then extend it up. Woo. So same thing here. Our elbows are going to want to flex out. Squeeze them in. Slow and controlled is always better. Weightlifting is not about speed. We're halfway through. Woo. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can also play around with your grip and hold it on both heads if that feels better for you. Last 5. 3, 2. Woo. One more time through. Lie on back. We're going to the skull crusher. Woo. Weight is up. Let's go. Tap that forehead. Extend it away. Remember, you have that imaginary beach ball in between your elbows that you are gripping tight, keeping those elbows narrow. Exhaling as you move away from your forehead every time. Belly button is still pulled in tight. Strong in those arms getting y'all. Almost there. Come on, finish it off. Rest. Grab both weights. Tricep press. So those weights are touching. Right over top of your ribs. Press it up. Let's go. Remember, you can go to one weight if that works better for you. Keeping those elbows narrow. Woo. Come on. Exhaling out as you push. We're almost there, y'all. Finish it off. And rest. Whew. Flip it over. It's time for those tricep push-ups. Show of hands if your body weighs more than your dumbbells. This one's hard. Let's go. Take those elbows straight back. Remember, you are modifying by either taking out some range of motion, or you can also go to an incline if you want to do these push-ups on a couch or a stool or a table. That will also help you build up to that range of motion. Halfway. Squeeze. Taking those elbows straight back, right against your ribs. Last 5 here. Last push-up, come on. And rest. Finishing off our triceps round with our extensions. So grab one weight, take it overhead, squeeze those elbows in. And let's go. Woo. Squeeze up. Play around with how you hold that weight. See which way feels better for you. We're halfway through. Always exhaling as you extend upwards. Remembering to keep those elbows centered. We want to avoid that wide stance. We got 10 seconds left here. Come on, finish it off. 3, 2, and rest. Whew. Triceps are done. We have shoulders, back, and chest left. So go into your step touch. Whew. Grab some water if you need it. I'm going to show you our shoulder round. So our first move is a front raise. So we're starting with those palms facing your thighs. You're going to raise those weights to your shoulders and down. Then palms facing your video. Overhead press. Whew. Then a lateral raise. Alternating here. Then we're going to turn our palms forward and finish off with a shoulder circle. Whew. So grab some weights. We're going to that lateral raise or front raise first. So standing up tall. And now lift those weights right to shoulder height and down. So this is a move where we really need to watch our hips. We want to keep those hips stable. You have a bunch of different options here. You can alternate arms. You can also go to one weight with both arms, depending on what weights you have at home. Exhaling up. We want to try and make sure that those shoulders are lifting and that our hips are not swinging those weights. Rest. Now turn those palms forward, starting at shoulder height. We're going to an overhead press in 3, 2, let's go. So you have the same options here. You can alternate weight, or you can take one weight up with both hands. Exhaling up. Halfway there, y'all. Those shoulders burn out really quickly, but they recover really quickly. So if you need to, take a second, take a big breath, and then get right back in it. And rest. Lateral raise. So starting with those palms together, light bend in that elbow, bringing them out to shoulder height. Let's go. So you can do both at the same time. You can alternate. So if this is one of those moves that's too difficult for you with the weight, you can always drop the weight. Just practice feeling that muscle flex before you add a weight. And then you can start with a water bottle or a can of corn. Whatever you have at your house that has a little bit of weight to it. 5 seconds. And rest. Whew. Now turn those palms forward. We're circling up and then circling down. So pull that belly button in tight, relax those shoulders, and let's circle up. So your palms are always facing forward. This one is really slow and controlled to make sure that we are not using momentum. You can do the same thing here, what we did with the lateral raise. If your weights are too heavy, try it without, and really focus on isolating those muscles, squeezing those shoulders on the way up. 10 seconds here. Five. Ooh, come on, one more. Rest. Ooh. Breathe. We got one more time through. So we're going back to the front raise. You ready? Belly button in tight. Let's go. Raise up to shoulder height and down. Really making sure that you're not going above shoulder height here. We want to protect those joints while they're weighted. Remember, you can alternate or drop to 1. We're halfway through. Because who doesn't need strong shoulders? Woo. 10 seconds. Last 5 here. Come on. And rest. Now we go back to the overhead press. So turn those palms forward, starting right at shoulder height. 3, 2, let's press it up. Control it down. Now you want to press that weight slightly in front of your body. That's just going to help keep everything in line, avoid any hyperextension. Remember, you can alternate. or you can go to one heavy weight. We're halfway there. Come on.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Somebody please tell them who the F I is. I am Nicki Minaj.
Last 10.
That coops up and drop the youth.
Woo, come on. Pep talk those shoulders right here. They are strong. They got this. 3, 2, rest. Roll those shoulders back and down. Relax that neck. We're going to lateral raise next. Palms in front. Let's go. Raise to the side. Right to shoulder height, no higher. Trying to really make sure that you are using that muscle and not momentum. 20 seconds. You just gotta give me that look. When you give me that look, then the pennies coming out. Excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. You know I really got a thing for American guys. I mean, last 10. I can tell that you're in touch with your Come on, I know those muscles are getting tired, but they are so strong. Keep moving, even if you have to drop the weight. Rest. Finishing off with those circles. Palms are forward. This is it for shoulders, y'all. Let's go. Well, I should clarify. This is it for shoulders as your primary mover, because shoulders will be assisting with chest and back. So don't get too excited. We're halfway there. Remember, you can alternate arms, just do half a circle, or you can drop the weights completely. Last 10 here. Woo! Slow and controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Whew. All right, go into your step touch, grab some water. I'm going to show you our next round, which is chest. All we have left is chest and back. And those are bigger muscle groups. So, whew, we are starting with a chest press, lying on your back. Elbows are out slightly below shoulder height. And then we press up. Second move, we're going to turn our palms to face each other. Go into that chest fly, slight bend in that elbow. Open and close. Move 3, we're starting at that same position as the chest press, but now we're going to rotate. So at the top of that press, the palms face each other. And then we are finishing off with a good old push-up. Come on down. Chest press in 3, 2. Let's go. Elbows slightly below your shoulders. Exhale as you press up. So you can also alternate weights here, or you can also go to one weight between both arms as long as you're taking those elbows out wide. Make sure that you're exhaling as you press up, trying to move those weights at an even pace. Come on. Squeeze that chest. 3, 2, and rest. Now we're moving on to the fly. So start with those palms up and facing each other. Slight bend in that elbow. And open and close. Open and then squeeze in. This should feel more difficult than the press. We've lengthened that lever by opening that full arm. So it's perfectly okay if you need to drop weight a little bit. Also really important here to make sure that those shoulders stay down. So rotate them down away from your ears. 10 seconds left. Exhaling on the way in. And rest. Elbows are back out now. Moving on to the rotating press. So palms face your feet. And let's go. Now as we press up, we'll rotate our palms inward so they're facing each other. And then rotate back out on the way down. Squeeze it in. Tap those elbows and get them moving. Right back up. Pulling that belly button in tight, protecting that spine always. Relaxing those shoulders. Last time. 3, 2, and rest. Flip it on over. It's push-up time. Wide grip this time, so hands are out away from your body. And let's go. Take those elbows out and squeeze them in on the way up. So you want to keep your neck nice and neutral. So look about 6 to 8 inches in front of you. Remember, for another option, you can, one, take some of that range of motion out, do a smaller push-up, or you can do it on an inclined surface. We're halfway. Woo! Why do I save the hardest move for last? 10 seconds. It always seems like a good idea when I'm not doing it. 3, 2, and rest. One more time through. Flip it over. Chest press. Get ready. Press that weight up. I'm one of the greatest, ain't no debating on it. I'm still levitating, just a regular press here, so remember you can alternate arms, or you can go to one weight between both arms. You want to keep that elbow slightly below the shoulder line. Relax those shoulders. Pull that belly button in. Whew. Remember what that burn means. That is your body getting stronger right before your eyes. Come on, work with it. Exhale up. Rest. Moving on to the fly. Palms face each other, open and close. Whew. You ready? Let's go. Like a big old bear hug. Open. Squeeze in. Woo! I know that's getting hard, y'all. Let's focus on why you started this workout. You want those muscles to get stronger. So fight for it right here. Woo! Come on, squeeze up and in. Woo. And rest. Woo. One more move down here. We're going to that rotating press. So starting with palms facing your feet and then rotating until those palms face each other. Let's go. Rotate up and in. Out and down. Up and in. Slight bend in that elbow always. Protecting those joints. Woo. Woo. Who else cannot wait to stretch these muscles out? We're so close to being done, y'all. Woo. Come on. Almost there. Finish these weights off. Rest. Flip it over. Push up. All right, I want you to set a goal for yourself. Think of a number in your head of how many push-ups you're going to do before we're done with this round. Let's go. Come on. It doesn't matter if they're on your knees or toes. It doesn't matter what range of motion they are. It doesn't matter if you're on an incline. Just get to that number. Make yourself proud right here. Keep that plank strong. We're halfway here. Come on. You are so strong, ladies. You are 10 seconds away from being done with that. And rest. Woo! Woo! We'll stretch that chest out soon, I promise. We have one round to go, and it is back. You only need one weight for this round. We're going to start in a half kneeling position. So bring one leg out in front of you. You're going to lean your weight down onto that leg. Our first move is a narrow row. So we're taking that weight straight back. Second move is a wide row. So palm faces the back of the room. Taking that elbow straight out. Third move on that side is a fly. So you're leading with the elbow out on that side. Then we're finishing off with a single arm pullover. So weight above your head, slight bend in that elbow, and then pull it over your head. Woo. Are you ready? Come on down. We're starting with that narrow row. Here we go. 3, 2, pull that elbow straight back. Nice and narrow. So you're supporting yourself on that opposite leg. So your back is at a nice 45-degree angle. And now you're squeezing that elbow straight back. Exhaling as you pull. Woo. We're halfway. Come on. Pull. Keeping that shoulder down away from your ears. 4, 3, 2, rest. So now we're going to go into a wide row. So our palm faces the back of the room and our elbow goes out. 3, 2, let's go. So this is working that rear shoulder, upper back here. So you should feel it in a different spot than that narrow one. If you start to feel a twinge in your lower back, focus on pulling those abs in tighter, or you might need to drop your weight a little bit. Halfway. 15 seconds, come on. Squeeze that shoulder blade in. Feel that contraction. Give me 2 more. And rest. Now turn that palm back in so it faces that front leg. Slight bend in that elbow, and we're leading that elbow out in that rear fly. 3, 2, let's go. Squeeze. Pull that elbow out. Remember, we're trying to not use momentum here. So slow that movement down as much as you can. We're halfway. Woo. Last 10. Come on, finish it off. Squeeze. And rest. Lay on back. We're going to our pullover. So one weight above your head. We're using that same arm. Slight bend in that elbow. And now pull that weight over your head. So keeping that elbow just a slight bend. And then tap it back overhead. If whatever weight you have is too heavy for you, try first to support it with a finger or two from the opposite arm. And if that is still too heavy, then drop your weight. Feel that lat. Just squeeze that weight over your head. Woo! Almost there. And rest. Come back up to your knees. Switch sides this time. We got to do everything on the other side, and then we are done. Narrow row. Let's go. Elbow straight back. Squeeze. Release. Keeping that shoulder down. Neck is neutral. Good. Woo. Halfway. Woo. Last 12 seconds here. Come on. Squeeze that shoulder blade in. Feel that contraction in your back. Last 8. and rest. Now we go to that wide row. So palm is facing the back of the room, elbow goes out wide. In 3, 2, let's go. Pull that weight out. Wide elbow. So you should be feeling this in that back of your shoulder, upper back. Still squeezing that shoulder blade in on that side. Whew. Don't forget to breathe with the work. If that lower back is aching, pull your abs in tighter or drop your weight. 10 seconds here. Come on. Pull. And rest. Now we go to the fly. So palm faces that front leg, leading that elbow out with that slight bend. 3, 2, fly out. Woo. Come on, geez. Still pulling that shoulder blade in. Slight bend in that elbow. Feeling that right between your shoulder and your shoulder blade. 15 seconds. Come on, finish it off. 3, 2, we have one move left and then we are done. Lat pull over on this other side. So lay on back with that weight. Slight bend in that elbow above your head. Let's finish it off, y'all. Come on, pull it over. Remember, if that weight is too heavy, support it with fingers from the opposite hand. That'll help you be more stable in your lift. Woo! Finish this one off, y'all. This is it. We're almost there. Last few seconds here. Get a few more reps in and rest. Woo! Oh my goodness. Woo! Stand up. Give yourself a nice pat on the back. Woo! That was a lot of upper body, y'all. Whew. Oh, where'd my music go? All right, I don't know what happened to that. Take some deep breaths, grab some water. Slowing that heart rate down. There we go. Okay. Whew. Go. Sprain your ankle by stepping on your weight. All right. Whew. Take those hands behind your back. Press them down. Rotate those shoulders back and down away from your ear. And breathe. And open up those palms. Press those thumbs down. Pulse it back. Stretching out chest and biceps here. And bring those hands in front, round your chin to your chest, rotating those shoulder blades forward. Still taking a deep breath. And then roll to the side. And the other. And relax those shoulders, roll them up and down. One arm across your chest. And bring that arm up, bend at the elbow, pull it back behind your head, stretch out that tricep. And let's get that other side. And bring it up, pull it back. And take one hand, arch it over, bring that opposite hand down your thigh. And lean forward. Bless you, doggy. And switch sides. And lean it forward. And then come on down, have a seat. Stretch those heels out in front of you. Lean towards your toes. And now bring your heels together, knees out, and lean in as far as you can here. Stretching out those inner thighs.
Thou shalt know she can't love you.
And come back up, plant one foot down, that knee comes up towards the ceiling. Cross your opposite ankle over that knee, and then lean forward. Deep as you can to stretch out that butt and hip. And let's switch legs. And relax those feet, sit however you want. One last stretch, take that hand down to the floor, lean your head over the other direction, stretching out that neck right here. And now tilt your head down. Woo-hoo. And let's get that other side, hand down, head over. And tilt it down. And let's finish off with a deep breath. Nice big inhale up in through the nose. Exhale down. One more deep breath. And we are done. You made it. Oof. Yay.